confined to any one single religion, but I think it's spread over the entire Indian tradition. The fact remains that yoga is a body of knowledge which belongs to mankind. According to Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, though yoga originated in India, it now belongs to mankind and each one of us. That is why Prime Minister Modi said while addressing the United Nations in September last year that yoga is an invaluable gift of ancient Indian tradition. It embodies the unity of mind and body, thought and action, restraint and fulfillment, and harmony between nature and man. Yoga is a state of consciousness, a state of being. According to the Yoga Sutras, from where yoga originated, yoga is a union, it's a cessation of all mental activity. The beauty is that along this way to yoga, along this way to the union with the divine, we also encounter health and happiness. We often confuse yoga with the asanas, that is the postures and the breathing exercises, the pranayama. Asanas are just a small part of yoga, like the tip of an iceberg. They merely prepare the body so that the body and consequently the mind reach a higher level of the union. There is very little of Hatha Yoga, that is the yoga which pertains to the asanas and pranayama in the Yoga Sutras. Yoga is for all mankind, and that is what propelled Prime Minister Modi to urge 193 members of the United Nations to adopt an international day dedicated to yoga. Never before has it happened in the history of United Nations that 177 countries came together to co-sponsor any resolution. The co-sponsors included, of course, Australia, US, Canada, Russia, and a lot of Arab countries as well. The resolution was passed by consensus. In suggesting June 21, which is the summer solstice in the Northern Hemisphere, Mr. Modi said that the date is the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere and has very special significance in many parts of the world. Yogic mystic Sadhguru notes that on this day of the summer solstice, Adi Yogi, which is the first yogi, turned south and first set his eyes on the Sapta Rishis, or the 7 sages, who were his first disciples to carry the science of yoga to other parts of the world. That remains the objective even today as we celebrate International Day of Yoga in Sydney. As it happens with the Olympic torch, someone has to carry the torch to spread the flame, the energy, the spirit, which symbolizes the Olympic spirit. Similarly, India is carrying the yoga torch this time, to light countless other torches and to spread the message and the energy. Therefore, we have this official celebration here at Koronga. Government of India is holding such celebrations at 250 cities across the globe. Prime Minister Modi is leading the celebrations at Delhi, and he is doing it at Rajpath, which is a premier boulevard which comes out of our presidential palace, the Rashtrapati Bhavan. He, in a few hours from now, will be joined by something like 35,000 people at Rajpath. He's a yogi himself, and he is leading by example actually. Our Foreign Minister, Ms. Sushma Swaraj, is joining the United Nations in New York for the celebration. And I'm happy to see that in addition to official celebrations, there are so many celebrations all over Australia, including Sydney. So we have already had this celebration at Bondi this morning. In the afternoon, there are celebrations at Parramatta, there have been celebrations at Darling Harbour, and it makes us very happy because it's the same message, the same energy, the same spirit which is being carried across. On this very special day, Prime Minister of Australia, Tony Abbott, has given us a very special message for our High Commission and our consulates. I'll just read it out for you, and I quote, "I am pleased to provide this message for the first International Day of Yoga. For thousands of years, yoga has provided its followers with a guide to bringing their mind, body and spirit into balance. The International Day of Yoga is an opportunity to deepen our understanding of the benefits of yoga. Yoga's universal and growing popularity demonstrates its appeal to people from all walks of life and its great potential to foster better health among individuals and populations around the world." Prime Minister Abbott continues to say that, "I commend Honorable Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, and the High Commission of India and Australia for their efforts to share this valuable and ancient discipline with the global community. Australia is delighted to be a part of the the inaugural International Day of Yoga celebrations. In communities right around our country, tens of thousands of Australians have embraced yoga as a part of their daily health and exercise routine. Australia and India share language, a heritage, and